Title: Just Us Fishing. Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito's Unreported Alaskan Luxury Getaway funded by GOP Bigwigs. TLDR. Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito reportedly took a fancy fishing trip to Alaska in 2008, bankrolled by Republican donors Paul Singer and Robin Arkley too. According to ProPublica, our Justice buddy didn't declare the trip in his yearly financial reports. Despite Singer's hedge fund bringing a dozen cases to court since the trip, Alito didn't step down from any. Makes you go, Here's a fishy story for you. In the far-off year of 2008, our man Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito packed his bags for a vacay at the King Salmon Lodge in Alaska, thanks to the generosity of GOP buddies, Paul Singer and Robin Arkley too. Why fish in a local pond when you can jet off to a remote Alaskan lodge, am I right? But wait, isn't it a little bit odd? The year before, Singer, a rich businessman with a hedge fund history, had an increasing number of cases showing up at the court. And guess who didn't recuse himself from those cases? Yep, Alito. Does this sound fishy to anyone else, or is it just us? Now, we've got the Federalist Society's Leonard Leo helping to organize the trip, securing Alito a seat on Singer's private jet. No biggie, right? Except, chartering that plane would have set our justice friend back a cool $100,000 if he'd done it himself. But hey, what are friends for? Before you go reaching for your torches and pitchforks, remember this: Supreme Court justices aren't exactly bound by the same code of conduct as your run-of-the-mill lower court judges. There's a bit of wiggle room, giving justices the freedom to write and enforce their own rules. But even so, surely a line should be drawn somewhere, no? In a classic I did not have financial relations with that donor move, Alito penned a response in the Wall Street Journal saying there was no need to disclose the trip or accuse himself from cases involving Singer's hedge fund. He argued that his relationship with Singer was casual, with the only significant conversation being some small talk during a fishing trip 15 years ago. In the end, it's not just about Alito and his 2008 fishing expedition. It's about the bigger picture. Supreme Court justices should disclose all the freebies they get, right? And yet, it seems this isn't always the case. Alito claims the lodge was comfortable but rustic, contradicting other reports of dining on king crab legs, Kobe beef, and even a mention of a $1,000 bottle of wine. We're not here to judge anyone's palate, but it's safe to say this wasn't exactly a budget camping trip. In these times of heightened scrutiny over court ethics and transparency, this revelation leaves us questioning, who's watching the watchmen? Can we trust the Supreme Court to uphold justice when it seems some justices might be enjoying more than a few perks on the side? Let's leave you with this: if Supreme Court justices can write their own rulebook, who's to say where the line should be drawn? And where does that leave the concept of justice, a value we all hold dear? Disclaimer: this article does not provide any type of advice. It